The Sims team came out with an official statement due to a lot of Simmers leaving the EA Creator Network. Now, this is sparking some major controversy, and we are going to be talking about Andrew Wilson because he is still CEO of Electronic Arts, and that EA partners with AI companies to assist in game development. Now, this is talking major news throughout the simming community, and not only Simmers, but just EA players in general. What is this going to mean as far as things changing? Now, I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this, but we are going to talk a little bit into Rachel Franklin later on in this video, so you guys just stay tuned. There is a lot of news to cover. With that all being said, what is up, guys? My name's the Simyan. My name is Yen. I play simulation games. Did you see what I did there? And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I talk all things simulation news and game covers and all just sorts of anything involving the gaming industry with simulation games. If you guys have a video you want me to cover, please feel free to leave it down below in the comments and I will check it out. Now, with that being said, we are going to be moving into the very first topic, and that is The Sims talking all about the new statement that has recently happened. Now, we do know that with this unfortunate $55 billion investment deal that EA is now being sold off to private investors, there has been a lot of talk in the community. We do know that Andrew Wilson is still CEO of Electronic Arts, and that apparently is not subject to change anytime soon. And he did say that the future of The Sims 4 has a lot more years to come ahead, and that there are going to be many content updates throughout the year. Well, with that being said, a lot of Simmers were questioning the legitimacy of The Sims 4 and where that's going to lead future packs and creators in general. They did say thank you for being a part of the Sims community, and we've continuously inspired by our incredible players and creators, by your imagination and creativity and the joy that brings to The Sims every day. We deeply respect that everyone experiences The Sims in their own way and will make choices that are right for them. However you choose to play, create, or share, we're grateful to be a part of your journey. Our mission, values, and commitment remain the same, and The Sims will always be a safe space where you can express your authentic self. Your passion and voices have shaped the exciting things we have coming in 2026 and beyond, and on November 4th, there will be a big update coming to The Sims 4 that include over 150 fixes and fresh freebies. More details to come on Monday, October 27th, and this is the first of ongoing updates that address the things that matter to you most. With gratitude, The Sims team. Now, this statement has transferred all over the internet, and a lot of Simmers are talking about this. Now, this is right after a lot of the EA creators, left the creator network, and a lot of big Simmers are stating they are no longer part of sharing that creator network with Electronic Arts. So a lot of people are coming from the end of saying, well, are they only doing this because the creators left? Now, we are going to get into a couple of Simmers tweets, and I would love to know your opinions down below in the comments on how you guys feel about this. But a lot of Simmers are stating The Sims was my first game and the game that marked my childhood, so I will continue to be with this franchise as long as the values of the game don't change. Someone else said, I wonder if your team would give this message if Kayla, which is Little Simsy, and others didn't leave. Another Simmer ended up stating, I will keep playing The Sims forever. I love you all. And we have another Simmer also talking, stating, so it takes big creators leaving to finally give us the big fixes we've been needing for years. So it does give 50-50 on the response from this statement. Another one says, how can you claim your mission, values, and commitment will remain the same when your parent company is selling to people who not value inclusivity, freedom of expression? Listen to your community, not your consumers. And this has been a spark of controversy and debate and talk all across the internet, whether you're on Blue Sky, Twitter, Tumblr, or just in general on Reddit for the Sims community. Everyone is talking about this. Now, something I'm not seeing people talk about is the letters sent out to EA creators through email. Now, one Simmer ended up saying, an email I received for the Sims team, feeling very hopeful for the future. We are going to dive deep into this email. Again, let me know down below in the comments how you guys feel about this. And it does say, Sul creators, we're coming out for a big few days where we saw many of you across events and TwitchCon. As we kick off the new week, we wanted to take a moment to thank you for being a part of the Sims creator community and for everything you do to bring our shared, world to life. Yes, you continue to inspire and amaze us every day. We also want you to know that we see the broader conversation happening around EA, and it's important to reiterate that our mission, values, and commitment to players and fans around the world are not changing, and The Sims will continue to be a safe space where you can express your authentic self. We have so much to look forward to together with exciting moments ahead, and there will be a big update and some fresh freebies coming to The Sims 4 in November. Thank you for continuing your shared voice, passion, and imagination with us, and we appreciate your partnership and remain committed to supporting you. With gratitude, The Sims team. Now, Simmers were quick to take to Twitter saying, you have to keep keep in mind that they will say anything not to lose their customers, but ultimately they cannot promise that. Someone said, oh, I'm excited. Apparently this is going to be a very big update and the Sims team is going into detail next week. I would love to see some aquariums, and people are still stating that they would like to see things inside game, even though this deal is in talks. Now, I do want to talk about Samantha Ryan stepping down as EA executive, and now Rachel Franklin will be taking over Ryan's position. Now this is back in 2023. I do want to also reiterate that, you know, Rachel Franklin has also been a part of The Sims for a very long time. I'm talking since the beginning of the Sims 4 franchise, over 10 years ago, where they were just releasing it. And now she is still coming back and now executive as of 2023. So it's been almost about 3 years since she has been executive over at EA. And people are wondering, does this have any, talks, or is she going to speak up about the situation that's going on, considering she was there from the beginning of The Sims 4 all the way coming back into now. And after this deal is what's going to happen? What's the plan? Now, a lot of Simmers are talking about, the collaborations that they're doing, it gets better over on Twitch. And it's just stating that a lot of these are just a very confusing values over this $55 billion deal. So I would love to know y'all opinions down below. On to the next topic. We are going to talk about The Sims, stating that, there was an original leaked roadmap for The Sims, and this was the original one. But now that we are getting, some new freebies and updates and this and that, again, a lot of this stuff seems to be changing. Now, they did say that they pushed back the kits and that they are trying to figure out, my guess is that where they are going to, fit in the news with the creating, and it just, it's kind of like they don't want to make it seem overly bad timing, but I think it's going to be bad timing regardless of what you do because of the news that's out right now and what everybody's talking about. This is a really big deal, and this is something that a lot of Simmers are not just going to brush over. So moving on to the very next topic, we are going to be talking all about AI. It does look like Andrew Wilson is sticking to his word and stating that AI is going to be in The Sims regardless. Now, we do know that Electronic Arts Investor Day earlier stated that they have a lot of AI coming to The Sims 4. They never gave us a date during Investor Day, but they did say over 100 million players are playing The Sims, and they're going to now incorporate AI into this. And they're talking build and buy. They're talking create a sim. They're talking all different mechanics of how you can upload AI into The Sims game. Now, we do know that community, the AI, is not a really big, happy moments. A lot of people are devastated that AI is going to be incorporated into this, but I do think it's personally in the inevitable when it comes down to what's, for the future of gaming in general. They did state, and this is of course an article by thesimscommunity.info, and I will link the article down below in the description box if anyone wants to read it on their own in more detail. But EA partners with AI company to assist with game development. Now, the article does continue to say that Electronic Arts announces partnership with the Stability AI to infuse generative AI into the workflow, and that, again, this is something that has been talked about since September 2024 and how generative AI would impact, front-end users. They did state that at Electronic Arts, creativity isn't just a part of what we do, it's what drives us forward. And they did say for more than 40 years, EA has led through technology shift across interactive entertainment. And at the core of the progress is the belief that technology powers creativity and amplifying imagination, accelerating and expression, and enabling our teams to do so. They did state that the creativity has always been the heart of everything our team does, and that together with Stability AI, we're amplifying that creativity and giving artists, designers, and developers the power to dream bigger and build more. I use the term smarter paintbrushes, head of, technical arts of EA. So again, we can expect some AI happening. I'm guessing in 2026, 2027 that they're going to start incorporating that, but I don't think it's going to be long. And a lot of people are stating, well, how do people at Maxis feel about this? Because we do know that Maxis is unfortunately under the umbrella of EA, and EA controls everything that Maxis does, and Maxis is what the actual studio of The Sims is. So the people at Maxis is what's creating, The Sims. So, but unfortunately, everything that Maxis does is tied to EA because, again, EA is like the father, and they are stating, hey, you can only do this, you can only do that, and it's because we said so. So with all that being said, I would love to know your opinions down below in the comments of everything that we talked about and what you guys are feeling. Are y'all here for The Sims, statement that they stated and saying that, it's still going to be The Sims no matter what, and we, we're going to keep the representation, we're going to keep the diversity alive. How do y'all feel about this? Does this make you, because they came out with a statement in that EA creators left the EA creator network, does this make you more comfortable playing The Sims? Will you still be continuing playing The Sims? I know a lot of people are iffy about this because, again, there's still bugs and glitches and there's still things wrong with the game outside of this deal happening. So a lot of people are just on their last legs of this entire game in general. Now, I do want to also talk about in regards to the AI. I would love to know your opinions down below. And are you guys here for it? Are you not here for it? And just overall, how are y'all feeling? I know there's news after news, and I do feel, unfortunately, that a lot of the, creators that are involved with the creator kits are unfortunately getting the the back end of the stick, because this deal was not, nobody knew about this deal until it came out. And of course, these creator kits are something that has been planned for a very long time. So y'all let me know down below in the comments how y'all feeling about this. And with that all being said, whether you're a silent viewer, you like my videos, you share my videos, or you comment on my videos, at the end of the day, you still showed me some love, and for that I thank you. I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.